The history of Turkey. Turkey's history is a remarkable journey through time, encompassing some of the world's most significant civilizations and empires. Positioned at the crossroads of Europe and Asia, Turkey's historical narrative is a testament to its strategic importance, cultural diversity, and resilience. Below is an in-depth look at the major eras in Turkey's history, from ancient times to the modern republic. Ancient Anatolia, prehistoric to 1200 BCE. The region now known as Turkey has been inhabited since prehistoric times, with evidence of human settlement dating back to the Paleolithic era. One of the most significant archaeological sites in the world, Göbekli Tepe, located in southeastern Turkey, dates back to 9600 BCE and is considered the world's oldest known temple complex. This discovery highlights Anatolia's role as a cradle of civilization. During the Neolithic period, settlements like Çatalhöyük, circa 7500 BCE, emerged, showcasing some of the earliest examples of urban living, agriculture, and art. By the Bronze Age, Anatolia was home to the Hattans and later the Hittites, an Indo-European people who established one of the first major empires in the region. c. 1700–1200 BCE. The Hittite Empire, with its capital at Hattusa, was a major player in the ancient Near East, rivaling Egypt and Babylon in power and influence. Classical Antiquity, 1200 BCE, 330 CE. Following the collapse of the Hittite Empire, smaller states such as Phrygia, Lydia, and Urartu arose in Anatolia. Lydia, in particular, is notable for introducing coinage, a groundbreaking economic innovation, around 600 BCE. During the 6th century BCE, much of Anatolia was absorbed into the Persian Achaemenid Empire, and its influence spread across the region. In 334 BCE, Alexander the Great began his conquest of Anatolia, defeating the Persians and introducing Hellenistic culture. The Greek influence in Anatolia grew, with cities such as Ephesus, Pergamon, and Sardis flourishing as centers of learning, commerce, and art. After Alexander's death, Anatolia became a battleground for his successors, eventually falling under Roman control in the 1st century BCE. The Roman Empire brought peace and prosperity to the region, integrating Anatolia into its vast network of trade and culture. During this period, early Christianity began to spread, with significant Christian communities emerging in cities like Antioch and Ephesus. Byzantine era, 330–1453. In 330 CE, Emperor Constantine I established Constantinople, modern Istanbul, as the capital of the Roman Empire. The city's strategic location and wealth marked it as one of the most important centers of the ancient world. When the Western Roman Empire fell in 476 CE, Constantinople became the capital of the Byzantine Empire, which preserved Roman traditions and Christian faith for over a millennium. During the Byzantine era, Anatolia was a hub of religious, cultural, and military activity. It was the site of early church councils, such as those held in Nicaea, 325 CE, and Ephesus, 431 CE, which shaped Christian doctrine. However, the empire faced repeated invasions from Persians, Arabs, and later the Seljuk Turks. The pivotal moment in Anatolian history came in 1071 when the Byzantines were defeated by the Seljuks at the Battle of Manzikert, opening much of Anatolia to Turkish settlement. This marked the beginning of a cultural and demographic shift in the region, as Islam and Turkish language began to take root. The Seljuks and the rise of the Ottomans, 1071–1453. The Seljuk Turks established the Sultanate of Rum in central Anatolia, ruling much of the region during the 12th and 13th centuries. They introduced Islamic architecture, built caravanserais for trade, and fostered a rich cultural life. However, the Seljuk Sultanate fragmented under pressure from the Mongol invasions and internal divisions. In the late 13th century, The decline of the Seljuks paved the way for the rise of the Ottoman Principality, founded by Osman I in 1299. Over the next 2 centuries, the Ottoman Empire grew rapidly, absorbing Byzantine territory and expanding into the Balkans, the Middle East, and North Africa. The culmination of this expansion came in 1453 when Sultan Mehmed II captured Constantinople, marking the fall of the Byzantine Empire. Renamed Istanbul, the city became the Ottoman capital and a cultural, economic, and political hub. The Ottoman Empire, 1453–1923. The Ottoman Empire was one of the most powerful empires in history, reaching its zenith in the 16th century under Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent. The empire controlled vast territories across 3 continents, dominating trade routes and fostering a rich cultural and intellectual life. Ottoman architecture, exemplified by the works of Mimar Sinan, and advancements in arts, science, and law left a lasting legacy. However, by the late 17th century, the empire began to decline. Military defeats, corruption, and economic challenges weakened the state. The rise of nationalism among subject peoples, coupled with external pressures from European powers, further eroded Ottoman authority. Known as the sick man of Europe, the empire struggled to modernize and maintain its territorial integrity. The final blow came during World War I when the Ottomans sided with the Central Powers and were defeated. The Treaty of Sèvres 1920 partitioned Ottoman lands, leaving only Anatolia and a small part of Thrace under Turkish control. This sparked the Turkish War of Independence 1919–1923, led by Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. The Republic of Turkey, 1923–present. On October 29, 1923, Atatürk proclaimed the establishment of the Republic of Turkey, with Ankara as its capital. Atatürk implemented sweeping reforms to modernize and secularize the country. These included the adoption of the Latin alphabet, the abolition of the Ottoman Caliphate, and significant changes in law, education, and women's rights. His vision was to create a modern, progressive, and Western-oriented nation-state. Turkey remained neutral during much of World War II, but after the war, it joined NATO in 1952, aligning itself with the West during the Cold War. Throughout the 20th century, Turkey experienced periods of political instability, military coups, and economic challenges. However, it also witnessed significant industrialization and urbanization. In the 21st century, Turkey has emerged as a major regional power under leaders like Recep Tayyip Erdogan, who has been a dominant figure since the early 2000s. While the country has made strides in economic development and infrastructure, it has faced criticism for democratic backsliding and human rights issues. Turkey's role in the modern world. Today, Turkey is a pivotal player on the global stage, balancing its dual identity as a European and Middle Eastern nation. Its history is a bridge between continents, cultures,